Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about ovulation. Please, if you are new on my channel, consider subscribing, turn on your bell to get notified whenever I upload videos.
Pool, cervical mucus, and from this picture you can see the cervical mucus for ovulation. The first one is not stretchy and the second one is actually stretchy cervical, the last one, and this is the fetal cervical mucus. Another way we can detect ovulation is the position of the cervix. The position of the cervix actually tells us if you're actually ovulating or while we are ovulating. So you need to note the position of the cervix. Like for here, for this, we can see if the cervix is soft, is high, is open, and wet. That means we're actually those are the position of the cervix. You don't always attribute ovulation to cervical mucus that is slippery. Not everybody gets to see the the cervical mucus. Some people don't get to see the cervical mucus, but they are actually ovulating. So you just use all parameters like the tender nipple. When you touch your nipple, you feel it's a bit tender. Ovulation. So one of the things to look out for again is the high body temperature. So I talked about cervical mucus. Being able to actually track your BBT is very, very important, and it's one of the problems we have. You need to learn how to track your BBT because it will help you know if you're actually ovulating or not. Charting your basal body temperature will help you know if you're actually ovulating or not, especially for those that have irregular cycle or they have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Some people tend to see this cervical mucus all through. So how do you detect which of the cervical mucus is actually for ovulation? So it is very, very important for you to note the cervical, your fetal, to know your BBT. It's very, very important for you to note your basal body temperature. And your basal body temperature is the temperature when your body is at rest. Your basal body temperature, when you go to bed and then you wake up, the first thing you do is to track your temperature. If somebody is working shift, the person parameters for you measuring your basal body temperature is for you not to actually be up at night working, going about in the night. It would alter the result. So you just go to bed. When you wake up, before you even move in the morning, the first thing, your thermometer should be by your bedside. The thermometer should be by your bedside. Okay, you can see the slide. That's awesome. I've been worried that you cannot even see the slide. So it's good that you can see the slide and you can hear. So let me use this to explain this thing. The first part where you see the follicular phase. When you see this follicular phase, if you notice, that's the first part of your circle. And you know that this part of the temperature, they are lower. Here, the temperature is lower during the follicular phase. And then in the luteal phase, the temperatures are higher. I think you can take note from the diagram. You're going to notice that the temperatures are actually higher during the during the luteal phase. And then when you notice there's an ovulation dip. So taking your basal body temperature tells you if you ovulated for that cycle or not. If you have not ovulated for the cycle, you will know. Just chatting your BBT once is not enough for you to actually know if you're ovulating or not. One time is not enough. It gives you a pattern. If you do this consistently for 2 to 3 months, you'll be able to detect the pattern. So it is very, very important for you to actually do this over a period of time. And then if you are taking your temperature, you find out that after the second ovulation, there's a dip in temperature. Temperature drops. After it drops, it starts going up again. So that's for the ovulation. Then the next one I'll be talking about, to understand what ovulation even means before we actually talked about boosting ovulation. One thing that I found to work is actually diet and lifestyle. So why do we need to improve our air quality? Most times when people ask why do they boost ovulation, you need to boost ovulation because why do we need to improve air quality? We need to improve air quality because as we age, our airs can be impacted by a decline in energy production as well as cellular defects, and this can affect the egg DNA. And if you realize it, most times people that are above 40 are advised not to even conceive because they feel when you're trying to conceive, they are prone to have children with Down syndrome. And this is because of the exposure to the eggs or to toxins, environmental toxins, and those things happening in our environment that could negatively impact on the air quality. So it is very, very important for us to actually know that working on air quality is very important, especially if you're above 35 where energy declines. So mitochondrial function as well. If you notice when you're younger, you have this energy. You can do so many things when you're younger. But as you age, your ability to do those things it declines um due to decline in cell energy as a result of environmental factors. So how long does it take to work on air quality? How long does it take to work on air quality? It takes 90 days to support and work on air quality. And during this 90 days, it is a time that is believed whatever you do will have impact on the egg. So if you're going to ovulate now, the egg you're going to be seeing is not the one that you think you're menstruating. That egg you're menstruating, your period right now, is the particular egg you have seen. It's been released 90 days ago. So this particular egg you're seeing has been released 90 days ago. So at this time when the eggs are released, there are so many things you can do to impact on the egg within that 90-day cycle to 20-day cycle. There's something you can do to improve egg quality, in as much as a lot of doctors do not believe you can work on air quality, but research have actually proven that you can actually work on egg quality and improve the air quality. We have seen where people use supplementation, and a lot of supplements have also been known to actually help with the air quality. So when we get to that part, I'm going to talk about it. But right now, you have a window of impact in your air quality as it moves. So you can actually impact on your air quality as it moves. So what are the important things to consider when trying to boost air quality? The first thing you need to consider when you're trying to boost your air quality is hormonal balance. Hormonal balance is very, very important when if you're trying to to boost air quality. It is very, very important for you to balance your hormones. You must balance your hormones. It's very, very important. And how do you balance your hormones? We've been talking about lifestyle changes and the things you can do. I don't know if we're in FSG. If we're not FSG, I think I still have to go live in FSG. So I'll just be as brief as possible. So hormonal balance is one of the things you consider when to work on air quality. What are the hormones you need to balance? Your FSH, your LH, your prolactin. This hormonal balance helps to balance our hormone. Then the other thing to look out for is increases your blood flow and supposed to be increased blood flow and oxygenation. So when you're trying to balance your hormone, you're trying to work on air quality, blood flow to the pelvic is very, very important. It is very, very important for there to be enough blood flow to the pelvic. So how do you do this? How do you allow blood flow to the pelvic? There are many ways you can allow blood flow to the pelvis, like exercises. When you're exercising, it allows blood flow to your pelvic region. And then another one is castor oil pack. When you on the group in the group how you can actually boost how you can actually do your castor oil pack. Then you put the hot water bottle in your lower abdomen, and that will also increase blood flow to the pelvic region. And once your ovary can get enough blood flow, your hormones are balanced, its impact on your air quality. Then managing stress. Most times we don't know the importance of stress, how it is to manage stress, because one of the issues with lack of ovulation is stress. Once we're stressed, our body releases cortisol, which affect and impact our hormones. Our hormones will no longer be balanced when we are going through stress, when we don't sleep well at night, when we don't do the needful. In short, with lifestyle changes and your stress level, the first thing, even sleep well and eat well, and you'll be surprised and amazed at the amount of results you can get. Then I'll talk about supplementation. Once you're above 35, it is very, very important for you to supplement, because when you're eating, you're above 35, your body need nutrients, because the nutrient store has depleted. It's just like a running tap. If you're using the nutrients, you have high exposure to toxins. Your eggs have been exposed to more toxins generation. So I keep saying that in as much as it's not